Hey guys, and welcome back to the Lighting Controls Podcast. We are live from LEDucation, and we have our first guest for you. But before we jump into the conversation, let me remind everyone, today's episode is presented by the LCA, the Lighting Controls Academy.
And it's financially supported by the National Association of Innovative Lighting Distributors, or NAILD. Check out our sponsor for the live streams that we're doing today, repspec.ai. It is a really powerful tool if you need any level of assistance, budgeting, designing, whatever. It's worth checking out, repspec.ai. But let's get into this. So, Chris.
Hey, how's it going,
welcome
guys?
back on the show.
Thanks.
And you have not seen the show yet, the show floor for the LEDucation.
No, I just walked in. You guys grabbed me and threw me in front of the camera. So,
but like, so I mean, when it comes to what's new and interesting in the lighting controls world, like, what are you seeing?
you know, I think that it's, you know, obviously LEDs are everywhere. We're not saying anything other than LEDs. But for me, I'm really interested in new controls and new sensors. You know, hoping to see a little more sensors that do a little more thermal look so that we can see, you know, not people counting, but body counting, so that we can maybe use the lighting to be informative to other parts of the building and how to operate and do that kind of stuff. And I think some of the thermal things that we're seeing out there are kind of cool. I don't know if I'll see them here. I'm hoping, got my fingers crossed to see some of that. But yeah, no, I'm really interested in that. And it feels like that's, you know, decorative lighting is amazing, beautiful to look at and all that kind of stuff. But controlling it is, for where I come from on the utility side of the world and everything, controls are the thing right now because LEDs are LEDs. They're everywhere. They're ubiquitous. We're not going to do much with them anymore.
The battle's been won. So it's like, okay,
over.
how do we make it more efficient now? And I think, you know, there's a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipeline when it comes to small scale integration with HVAC.
Yeah, absolutely. We're working really hard on some of the small scale stuff, right? Like we've got some projects out there where we're having the lights talk directly to the thermostats and getting rid of BMS or EMS, right? And it's not that that's a bad thing, but small companies and small businesses just don't need that much power, right? They really don't. And not only don't need it, they can't afford it, and they don't have anybody that's going to monitor it. So even if you gave it to them, they would be like, 6 months in, they would be like, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing with this thing right now, right? I don't even know how it works. And if the big red light's flashing, that means something's wrong, but that's all I know, right? And so we're working with some stuff where we're getting to talk directly to the thermostat and use some of that to define how that thermostat operates and possibly see some pretty big savings. And that's exciting because, I mean, you guys have been in the business as long as I have, probably longer, right? But I can remember 10 years ago going to conferences and having people say, hey, lighting should be the backbone of the building and all the controls should be that. And every year you hear that, but no progress is made anywhere with that happening. And like this is like the first steps towards saying, oh, yeah, we can do that. We can actually let the lights dictate and help define how efficient the building operates based on what it sees in the space.
Yeah, and I think part of the problem with that is, like you said, we all keep saying it, but a lot of the incentives were just driven around controls and lighting and nothing really truly around sort of connected building, right? And a holistic control. And we're finally starting to see that shift. The LED rebates are gone. Control rebates are shifting and changing. And we're finally starting to see a push towards, you know, that whole connected building and what can we do to, you know, really take everything and break it down and try to, you know, monetize as much of it as we can, right? And save as much money wherever we can. And how do we do that and who owns that world? And I think that's part of the challenge right now too, is who is going to drive that world and own that world and which front end is going to take it? Yeah,
and I'll throw another little curveball in there, like with HVAC, what if we could get natural gas utilities to start paying incentives for lighting controls?
Oh, interesting.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
That would be interesting.
Because if I can save money on the gas side because I'm reducing the HVAC load, that's huge for the gas utilities. Wouldn't they be fun to be able to get an incentive from the electric company for the lighting side and the cooling side, and then an incentive from the gas company for the gas side or the heating side of your work? So now you've thrown in this extra whole other ball game of another place where we could maybe stretch to see how do we make it even more affordable? Because now we've got other utilities that we've never. The lighting person doesn't ever think about lights,
right?
Or is about gas company or how much gas you're using. But now we can, and that's the fun thing to me is we're broadening our scope here, and it's more than just how bright the space is or how well lit the space is.
No, totally. Well, Chris, thank you for coming on the live stream.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me and dragging me over here. I'm excited and you know.
You make it sound like we took a lasso.
It was like, hey. no, it was great. I was excited. I was hoping I get to see both of you guys here. We're getting close to our project, so maybe one day we'll get another show on there and
that would be
talk
awesome.
a little more in depth about this and talk about how gas companies can pay for this.
No,
I
love excited about everything you're coming out with.
So absolutely wonderful. Thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us, and again, check out repspec.ai, our sponsor for the live streams today.